Hello guys, welcome back to Touring Guys, it's Jacob here, and today I just want to mention something that I did mention in my last video. I've been away for a while. I've had a lot of personal issues happen in my life. I've been quite busy, and it just means I haven't been able to upload as much as I'd love. I love this channel and I love providing on this channel, but today I want to talk about something very serious. I want to talk about mental health and how it obviously affects everyone. It affects me, it affects my family, it affects Kyle's family, and it's quite important to everyone that we should really know how raw mental health is. I mean, mental health isn't something that should be taken lightly, isn't something that's just stuck to one generation or to one person. It's everyone's involved. For example, I've been affected by mental health in my past. I've struggled with mental health through the entirety of my school career and college, and I probably will struggle during uni. I mean, it happens to everyone. There's a couple of statistics that say that men are more likely to commit suicide and not talk about their mental health. And today I will be kind of touching a bit more on that, because there is a stigma out there that men don't really talk about their feelings and talk about their mental health, and I know that personally because I'd never really talked about my mental health before. I talked about it with my close friends, maybe family, and it affects everyone. So yeah, there is this stigma out there that obviously if you're a bloke you should just buck up and just carry on, and we don't really talk about mental health. And to be honest with you, it's the way it's drilled into like some guys at a young age, and it's hard to talk about your mental health, especially when you always see yourself as that strong figure. Like, if you're like a strong figure in your family and you're more the person who listens to people's problems, and you're like, wow, do you really want to put all your issues on that person? Sorry, I had a big breakfast and I'm kind of like hiccuping quite a lot. But yeah, mental health does affect everyone, and it is so hard to talk about. I mean, you know, it's one of those things where you don't know how to put it in words. It could affect you in your brain, but you don't know how to put it down on paper. It's one of those things you can't really explain. And it's like a weight on your back, and you can't really get that off your back. And if you talk to someone about it, you're never really talking to them about the entire thing. You're only mentioning one bit, or you're changing something in that story that you don't want to mention because you feel something about it. I mean, there's been plenty of occasions where I've talked to people, I haven't told them everything because I didn't feel ready to tell them everything. And there's been cool instances where I know that people have not quite told me everything because I don't feel ready yet. And the way I kind of see it is, there's never a good time to do something. There's never a good time to say something you want to say or get something out of the way. It's just, there is never going to be that good time. I mean, the best time is now. I mean, you know, you're never going to find the perfect moment to tell someone about your problems. There's never going to be that time, and if there is that time, then take it, really. And I know it's hard to talk to people. I know it's hard when a stranger comes up to you and says, is everything okay? And your instant reaction is go, yeah, everything's fine, I'm absolutely fantastic. But when you leave, you kind of like, wait, I'm not really that fine, I'm a bit of shit at the moment. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering about my background, my room's currently occupied. This is my sister's room, so Billy, if you're watching this, sorry, not sorry. Anyway, yeah, so you do kind of think about it afterwards, and it's hard. Like, mental health is such a broad term. I mean, if people are scared to say they've got mental health, don't be. I mean, mental health is an umbrella term. I mean, just because you're feeling a bit down or you've got some anxiety, just talk to people about it, because that little bit of anxiety could build up, and one day you'll just break. if you build up all these feelings and emotions inside, one day you'll boil over and you might be able not to stop yourself. And that's why I always say, do it now. Every little problem you've got, talk about it now. Talk to it about to your friends, family, even to someone you don't know. That might be the best thing. I mean, I always found it to have someone's outside inspiration or input or even advice can help you a lot, because they might say something that you didn't think of, or they might say something that your friends or family didn't think of because they are involved in that situation. And that's the way I can't like think about it. Like, if someone comes up to me, or if I see a post on Facebook and someone says they're really upset, I message them and say, look, if you're upset, talk to me about it, because I'm a stranger to the situation. I'm not going to judge you, and I can't take sides in the situation because I don't know you, or I don't know you anymore. Like, I had a friend who, like, something happened on Facebook where I thought, oh, that's a bit strange. So I messaged that said friend and said, oh, look, is everything okay? How you doing? I just had a bit of a conversation with the guy. And I like to think I was able to help that person to have a conversation just because I had a conversation with someone. I mean, sometimes the best thing for someone with mental health to do is to talk, or someone to say, look, how you doing today? Or do you want to go out for a cup of tea or a coffee? That could help someone so much. And there's a story that Kyle told me the other day, and I thought it was absolutely amazing, that he was walking to the hospital, like he is now, because he's just left, and as he was walking in, he seen a girl that was really upset. She was in tears. He didn't know this girl, he didn't know anything about this person, and he thought, okay, maybe a nurse will go, or a doctor, or someone like that. And they just kept walking past this really upset person. And Carl thought, okay, I'm just going to go on and pop to the toilet, and if I get back and that person's still there upset, I'll see if they're okay. And when he come back from the toilet, he saw that person, and she was still very upset. So what he did next was quite amazing, really. He went over, said, look, is everything okay? How you doing? Turns out she'd lost a couple of people in her life and on that day, and it really affected her, really upset the person. Upset, not upsetted. So he said, look, can I take you for a cup of tea? Maybe I can help you out. He took that person for a cup of tea. He sat that person down, got that person a cup of tea, and talked. And in the end, he was able to pull someone aside and said, look, I think this person needs your help. I think this person needs some professional to talk to, because we're not professionals. A paramedic isn't professional at like mental health. I mean, you get taught in that sort of sense, but you're not a professional at it. But still, that little bit of conversation was able to get that person the help they needed, and might even make them feel better. I mean, the best thing to feel and to see is to know a stranger was able to come up to you and is nice enough to come up to you and say, look, is everything okay? To pick you up. That person didn't have to take that time out of their day to pick you up, but they did. And it shows that person that, oh, I'm not nothing. I'm not a piece of shit. I'm a person. I'm human. And it is human to feel. It's not unhuman to feel. And yeah, that's been the kind of point of my rant today, that, you know, mental health is a real thing, and everyone's affected by it at different wavelengths. But don't judge someone by their past. Don't judge someone by what their mental health is like, because you don't know what's going on in their mind. Someone might have some mental health issues. I'm not going to say a little bit of mental health issues, because that might be massive to them. Like, someone might have that mental health, might have those mental health issues, and they might have anxiety, they might have depression, or they might have anything that is affecting them really bad. They might be having a really shit time at home. And this is my point of today's video, that you see someone walking down the street and you look at them and you don't really see their home life. And there's a good quote of Game of Thrones, actually, that if you ever watch Game of Thrones, Ed Sheeran's in it, so obviously I watched it. there's this moment when Arya Stark is sitting at a campfire, and her enemy, her nemesis, are the Lannisters. And she was sitting around this campfire with these Lannister soldiers, and she already had this like conception in her head that every one of them were evil, and she was looking around for swords, thinking, how can I kill these people, really? But then one of the soldiers went, here's some food. I mean, you eat first. And she said, I can't take your food. I mean, it's yours, you don't have enough. And the guy said, well, his mother always said to him, I know this is a lie, I know it's a script, but it's still good. His mother said that if you're nice to strangers, strangers will be nice to you. And it completely changed her outlook. Well, I like to think it completely changed her outlook on the Lannisters and on people. I think that shows that no one's the same. You shouldn't judge someone just by this misconception you have in your head. I mean, just don't label someone, really, just because what they're wearing, their skin colour, their gender, their sexual orientation. Don't label someone, because you might be surprised when you do talk to them. They might be the nicest person in the world, or someone who looks like the nicest person in the world might be the most worst person in the world. But yeah, before I rant on for about another 25 minutes, that's the end of today's video, guys. I know this video has been a bit iffy, but I think I need to just get that off my chest, and hopefully it'll help some of you guys in the future. I don't know what this is. It's like a little blob. I don't know what it is. It's not a camera, but I don't know. Hopefully you guys won't get too annoyed at it. But anyway, I hope you guys really did enjoy the video today. It's been Jacob from 200 guys. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your patience with me, guys. It's been amazing. And we're so close to 1,000 subscribers. I really, really do hope we get 1,000 subscribers before uni. And yeah, it's been 200 guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day, guys. If you do have any issues and you are feeling a bit shit or down, you're welcome to message me, Kyle, and I'll put the link to maybe some helplines down below in the description. See you guys later. It's been 200 guys. Like and subscribe. Put a little bell icon on so you know when my next upload. And yeah, see you guys later.